What is going on, guys? This is Battle Despite Fitness, and today is Wednesday, May 12th. Going to be a speed deadlift day here in the garage. I got Judge Judy over there holding the camera. We got Seth.
Hi.
And we're going to be moving through some stuff. Today is going to be kind of a fast workout because everything's going to be fairly light, and I'm keeping things fairly light for a reason. After the workout last night, I was doing some pull-ups, and I felt just like this kind of tweak at my my lat tie-in, and it's just a little sore and tender. I don't think it's anything serious, just a little muscular strain, but it's definitely something I don't want to piss off even more. So I'm going to lighten up what I would normally do, I think, even for the wedding warm-up. And then today, the way that I wrote things out, I wrote things in a manner that kind of specifically addressed the back to try to flush a lot of blood. So just kind of a food for thought for you guys. If you ever hurt something, strain something, or whatever, the ticket for trying to repair things and get back to normal again is to increase blood flow to that area. So immobilizing things and trying to shy away from moving that body part is really not the way you want to go. You want to be able to stimulate the lymphatic system to pull, bad stuff out of there. You want to inspire the circulatory system to pump blood into it and to heal. Because if there's no blood to that tissue, then it won't heal. So increasing blood flow is a good way to go. And so by that, what we're going to do today is a bent DB row. We're going to be doing a dumbbell RDL to focus on the lower back and kind of hamstrings. We're going to focus on some bent rear dumbbell flies, again, to kind of hit that back, pump some blood into there, and then we're going to end with some banded high pulls. Again, kind of using that back to pump blood into that upper back area. So I wrote today's wedding warm-up kind of specifically to address something that was bothering me, try to increase blood flow and kind of precipitate some rehabilitation for myself. Real quick, on the front side of this, I want to say what's up to my man, Chief Holbrook. He wrote me a message on IG today saying that up in Drum, he had 3 separate conversations with 3 separate people and who were talking about the channel and like the channel and have taken some inspiration, some knowledge from what we're doing. So real quick, for those of you that are up in Fort Drum, wanted to say thank you for you guys checking out my channel. It means a lot. I got word from Chief, so if you know John Holbrook and he's around you, give him a punch in the arm, tell him I said what's up, and tell him he's a damn quitter for getting out of the Army in 4 months. I don't want to hear that shit. But like I said, for those of you at Fort Drum that are supporting the channel, I want to say thank you guys. I got word on that just today, and it means the world to me, so thank you very much. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get moving into the workout. I'll show you the movements for the wedding warm-up, and then we're going to move into some speed deadlift. Again, just working on that velocity and trying to work the speed portion of power. So that's it. Hopefully you guys will stay around, check out the video, and we'll see you on the other side. Here we go.
Bye.
All right, cool. So just a little point of conversation while we're doing this speed deadlift. We're working on that velocity, so trying to create that explosive power. And I want to highlight kind of the difference of my speed work versus Seth and Nat right now. So they're still developing that neural connection to feel what it's like to really power through the movement. So you can see that in how they move. But we really want to create like an explosive maneuver, and a lot of that explosivity comes from the hips and really driving hard to finish the hips. So I just want to demonstrate that real fast, for you guys at home, because this is what we want. I want to create that explosive power. And then Seth, will you do me a favor? Will you call out what the speed is?
Yep, yes.
So we want to treat it like we're gonna explode out of the hole, wanting to keep the hips underneath the shoulders, right? We don't want that butt to shoot back and out. We want to come up as one unit, almost like we're gonna jump, but we obviously don't want to lose traction or lose foot placement.
1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 4. 1, 1, 7.
All right, so all those were over 1 meter per second. So moving pretty fast, which is what we want. And I'm doing, 225, obviously minus the band. But what that's doing is it's, as I'm coming up toward the top, the band is deloading. So I'm getting more and more of that 225 as dead weight. So just trying to create that explosive power to generate the feeling of really powering through a movement, right? So force equals mass times acceleration. So working on the other side of that of the power by working on that acceleration. So just food for thought for you guys at home if you want to incorporate speed work into your routine. All right, cool, that's it. Wow, extreme close-ups. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's the video. Wanted to do a real quick workout, right? So again, just to recap, slightly concerned about that little tweak that I felt in the lat. So I wanted to do stuff to flush a lot of blood into it. So those of you that have different injuries or different aches, pains, you feel like a little strain somewhere, the best thing is to very gently move through range of motion. So get range of motion, then start to lightly load, avoid pain, and just work on blood flow. You may be there for several weeks or many weeks to try to rehabilitate yourself to get back to kind of things feeling normal again. But one of the best ways to get to feeling normal again is to work on the blood flow, get some movement into that area, that tissue, and to not immobilize that. Ceasing to move is really what causes a lot of problems. So in that vein, that's kind of how the winning warm-up was set up for me today, to help me kind of focus on getting some blood into the back, and then working on the speed pulls. Now again, we're working on that velocity piece. So really wanted to focus on the explosivity, wanted to make sure that we're really powering through the movement. And so I think that you can see some of the difference between like myself and Nat, or myself and Seth, right? And I think that has more to do with the fact that I've been doing this a lot longer than they have. And I've got that neural patterning down. And Nat and I had a conversation at the backside of the training session where I was talking about how, if we took 100 people that have never ridden a bicycle before, and we teach 100 people to ride a bicycle, 1 or 2 of them, we're gonna be able to set them on the bike and explain things, and they're just gonna be able to go. So first time go, they're gonna get it. Other people, it might be weeks and weeks before they're actually fully up and riding the bike with, some proficiency. And by that, what I mean to say is that everyone has a different neural connection, that mind-muscle connection to be able to control their bodies. And everyone has different levels of everyone has different levels of athleticism. So people will perform things a slightly different way. And so just because maybe they aren't getting that neural patterning and explosion the same way that I am, doesn't really mean much right now. I've been doing this for 20 plus years. They've been doing it for maybe a couple hundred hours of time, right? Like nothing very significant. So if you find yourself in that boat where you're having a hard time getting something, whether it's explosive movement through your dynamic work, or you're having trouble mastering good morning or some other movement, don't be discouraged by something being difficult or having a little hard time doing it. Film yourself, break down your movements and see where that movement pattern is breaking down, or see where you're having issues, and then be able to correct it objectively. One of the best things I ever started doing was recording myself. So the genesis of me starting the channel actually began well before, when I would record myself and just kind of watch myself moving and see where I failed and see where I was breaking down, so that I could make those course corrections from an objective standpoint versus, oh, I felt whatever. So wanted to throw that on the end. It's just food for thought for you guys, because I know there's a lot of diverse people that watch the channel for diverse reasons, that have diverse fitness goals. So there are a lot of military, brethren, focused on like military type stuff or whatever. And then there's people who maybe are a little bit older and are just kind of trying to retain some level of fitness and whatever else. So a vast array of goals and things like that. So everyone's gonna be in a slightly different space, but being smart, taking things slow, being objective, looking for that feedback, through video or whatever else, or working with a coach to be able to break down and diagnose where your failure points are all very, very helpful things to be able to help improve yourself. And really subtle improvements can make a big difference overall. Being able to just be a little bit more proficient in your movement can really help increase your ability to move up your 1 rep max, or get a few more reps out of whatever it is that you're doing. So really cleaning up movement is a really big thing. So I don't mean to belabor the point too much, but I just think it's a really unique point that kind of cropped up out of this training session. And I really like to have something at the end of these sessions for you guys to be able to take away from, where it's not just you watching me train, but there's something to glean from that. So I feel like that's kind of the point that I wanted to make in this video. So again, just really wanted to thank all my military brethren out in Fort Drum for you guys that are supporting the channel and talking about the channel, and anyone that I'm inspiring to go out and chase your own fitness goals. That means the world, and I was super excited to hear that. So again, if you know Chief Holbrook, give him a little punch in the arm, tell him I said what's up. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. I appreciate you guys continuing to support me with everything that you do. It means the world, so thank you very much. And remember, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like clean up your motor patterns and make sure that you're moving in a more efficient manner, it's never going to happen if you don't take the time to get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Yeah.
This love is ill. I wish that it was different. Don't know what it is that makes